So that's where I'm staying tonight, guys. The Travelodge in Reading. So I'm staying there tonight. It's right near the bypass. It looks like they're doing some renovations. So I'm staying there tonight, guys. Travelodge in Reading. This is the video I had to redo because I lost my hard drive with the last one that I did, so I'm doing it in this one. It looks like they're doing some renovations on the building, and I'll let you know what it's like when I get inside, guys. Wow, looks alright. Yeah, it's alright, guys. Let's get on with the tour, guys. Yeah, it's fine. Right, let's get on with the room with you guys. Right, or the room tour, whatever you want to call it. Right, there is the old style lights and lamps. That's the old style, that is. That's all marked here. If you want to look at that there, that's all been marked throughout the years. So yeah, it's all marked. The sink. Let's have a look at that. And down there. All watermarks there. This is all marked up. This is all marked. All watermarks. Consider I paid £33, which isn't too bad actually. This one's in Reading. I lost my other footage, so I had to redo it all over again. That's fine. Some bags to put your stuff in if you're a woman, I believe. Almost toilet like today. Toilet's nice and clean. So just go down there. Spotless. Three little grabbing marks there. Running there. So it's a bit marked there. That's fine. What's the shower like tonight? Bit of grubbiness there. And there. So it's a bit filthy. That's fine. I was expecting this anyway. That's a bit of rust there, wherever that is. They're renovating the place anyway, so it's not a problem. And that's fine. I gather this is the old style. That's clean, that's fine, this is good. It's clean. Kind of like whatever that is on the curtain, don't know what that is, but use that to your imagination. But I'm not going to complain because I only paid £33 for this. See all the way along there, but they are renovating the place, so that's good that they're doing that. Scrubby there, all the way along the bottom of the shower, that is. So all the way down by the bottom of the shower is all that there. This is Travelodge Reading. The towels, in all fairness, do feel nice and fresh. Oh, whatever that is there. It's chipped tiles, but they are doing the place up. And chipped tiles there. I'll just use that shot there. This is a little spot by the toilet. That's all coming away. You see it there. So all that there is coming away off the floor tiling, whatever you want to call it. It's all coming away, but it's fine. As I say, the old style rooms this is, just as well because I'm going to an older style premiering in a couple of days. So this is old style. Let's test the TV to see if that works. It's a smart TV. Yes, that works. That's good. That's fine. The bed looks okay-ish. Let's check by the sides. That's not been cleaned properly. So you can see that there. That's not been cleaned properly. So, which I'll go on to the reviews in a sec. So that's a bit filthy there. And what's the other side like? The same. It's much the same there. They look old anyway. These are the old style rooms, I think. This is Travelodge Reading Central, I think it's called. There's a little mark by the radiator, but it's nice and warm in it. It smells nice. What's it like here? Marks there. Just the usual wear and tear. A bit of dirtiness there. It's not been cleaned. Properly by the doors. Let's find out a bit of it. As I say, you look on the outside, they are doing work, which we wouldn't go on to now. So there's the room there. We'll check the bed in a sec. And let's say they're doing work on the place. That's dirty there. That's fine. What the cup's like. That's round by the windows. Get the kettle clean tonight. usually are good kettles in Travelodge, so yeah. That's got a bit of rust inside there, I can see that. The hangers, 4 of them, right there. Four there, that's fine. So yeah, right, let's check the bed, the most important thing. Can't see nothing so far, still early days. Mattress encasement, I ain't going to look no further, that's fine. But little things like there on the skating board, it's a bit of a letdown. But Travelodge, they're okay. Really, it's not bad for what I paid for tonight for this room. I'll give you the price of £33 I paid last night. This is a last minute booking. I'll just check the chair. Bit of wear and tear on there. That's nothing really to worry about. General wear and tear. As I say, they are doing the place up and renovating the place, so it's just fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm not too. It's not too bad, guys. Yes, there are a few little bits I pointed out, but are you complaining? I know I'm not. See you next part, guys. Good night, guys. I'm off to bed now. It's about 11:30 for me. So I'm going to say good night. See you in the morning, guys. Good night. And that's what you get for £5.95p. It's a breakfast to go box. So £5.95. You get that there. Right, let's sum up my night's stay. I had a brilliant night's sleep. The bed was a bit lumpy. The room is a bit dated, as you can see in the video. The staff are very friendly. There is a car park, but I believe you have to pay for it. I don't know how much that is. As I just showed you the breakfast, I just bought it, you know, try it. So I've got that. That's okay. The bed, as I say, was a bit hard. It felt okay at first, but when I woke up, it moved, like my back felt like it was in two. So yeah, bed was a bit hard and lumpy. Some people might like it like that, some don't. There's a bit of damage on one of the lamps. This is the old early 2000 style room, I believe. So yes, the early 2000 style, I believe. But yeah, the shower is nice and hot. The location, you've got shops across the road, Poundland, and those shops directly across the road, Poundland, stuff like that. And a couple of takeaways as well, your Subways and little bits and pieces. So yeah, I've got a few shops. So apart from that, yeah, for £33, it's well worth it. Anyway, this is Walking in the Sun. The next video would be a Premier Inn video. So see you in the next one, which is directly on the same video after this one. See you in that video, guys. That's where I stayed last night, guys. Travelodge, right near this busy motorway. So I stayed there last night, and it was a good stay. That's what I'm staying tonight, guys. The Premier Inn in Hayes, Hayes 4 something. I'll put it in the description, but it's right over there, as you can see, guys. Oops. So that's what I'm staying tonight, guys. The Premier Inn next to the Grapes. See you in there, guys. Wow. Right, let's get on with the video, guys. Right, same as the other video. It's the older type Premier Inn. I mean, literally the older type. I paid extra because I wanted to come a day early to get over and done with. So there's the room here. I just put my bag on the side there. You've got your picture on the wall. Got your wife, their own little pictures. You've got this section here. It's a bit dark. As I say, this is the older type Premier Inn. Also, I'm going to point this out to you guys. Watch this. So yeah, this is the old, as I say, older type Premier Inn. So that light there, as you just saw, flickers. So yeah, and just what I'd mention. Just what I'd make a cup of tea, and I noticed there's only one tea bag, one lot of sugar, sweetener. So not even much in the means of tea, but who cares? I'm not bothered. Your usual, this costs £58. This cost, by the way. Just so you know, guys. So yeah, you've got your older type doors and stuff. You know, your usual teas and coffees there. Your usual teas and coffees there, and your usual cups there. As I say, the older type Premier Inn. These little lights with. Right, this is not a biggie, but there's a little light there. That one, as you can see, don't work, but no biggie. Lights on. Yep, so if you're on business or whatever, that'd be fine. Let's look at this. Your usual coat hangers. It smells quite nice in here, actually. Yep, it smells nice. What else? usual towels there. Shower over bath, so that's fine. Is the toilet clean? The toilet is. A shower as a rainfall shower. Curtains are a bit creased. I've recently cleaned curtains, so that's fine. So I never really have a problem with a Premier Inn. The carpet in the other hand is a bit dated, I would say. A bit. If I can just zoom in there. Yeah, so that's it. That's seen better days. And there's a, as I say, a gap between the bed right there. Got a little gap there. Fine. I've never had a problem with a Premier Inn, as I said. I prefer Premier Inn. I pay a bit more for Premier Inns because they're worth it. Usual wardrobe there, as I said. You got a desk. Is this chair comfortable tonight? I'll just pause that, and I'll put my price that I paid in on the screen right now, guys, so you can see what exactly what I paid. £59, not bad for London. This Premier Inn, by the way, guys, dates back to the 90s. That's why it's this sort of style. You've got no USBs in the room, so that's why it's off this style, and that's why I stayed here before, so I knew this. It's the old style. That's where the old lamps by the reading lamps by the bed. So that's why I picked this one. People said uncomfortable smell. Can't smell nothing really in the reviews, but to me that's clean enough, so I'm happy with that. I didn't get no shots of me going in, or won't get none of me going out, so because my GoPro, I didn't put the memory card back in it, it's still in the computer. I forgot to take it out, so there's no shots of me leaving this one, but that don't really matter. This one is pretty good. It's a Premier Inn. I prefer these anyway to Travelodges, to be honest. So yeah, Premier Inn versus Travelodge. So this, as I say, is the older style room. You've got no USBs here. This is Hayes Heathrow North, I think it's called. You'll see it in the video anyway. The one before this was the Travelodge one. And I'll see you in the next bit before I go to bed. Right. Yep, that is comfortable. Nice warm chair, nice comfortable chair. Right, there's the table there, so little pan around the room. Bit old, bit dated, old type Premier Inn. You haven't got the ambient light along the bed. Doesn't matter about that, but the room is nice and tidy and clean, like you'd expect, and I know that for a fact. So the bed's a bit on the wonk, as I just said, but a bit prematurely, but you know, that's clean. Got no worries there. Let's test the TV for final thing. We'll test the TV. Smart TV. Yeah, that works. Branding on point. Your Anderson Harding hand wash, and the same with your body wash. That's pretty good. So that's the So, oh yeah, and you haven't got USBs in this Premier Inn, just like the Travelodge that I went to before this one, a week before actually. That's outside. You see your car park, the car park. Can you open this window? Yeah, as you can see the car park. It was a bit rubby, but it doesn't matter about that. That's fine. So, for your money, is it worth it? Yes, it is. I had to do it tonight because tomorrow I'm busy, so I changed the dates. So yeah, it's a Premier Inn again, and you know, as I said, a continuation from the last one that I did. See you in the next part, guys. Good night, guys. I have to use the infrared on this because there's no lighting above the bed, so I'm using the infrared on this one, but it's okay, and this bed is comfortable. I'm going to say good night to you guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Last night I had a brilliant night's sleep, like you would expect from a Premier Inn. This hotel was okay. Yes, in some areas it's a bit dated, and that light over there doesn't work, but it doesn't matter about that. And you haven't got the ambient light you usually have above the bed as well. I should have a shot of that from another hotel, which I might install right here. So yeah, you got that. The layout is actually of this. Well, the hotel's back in the early 2000s, well, late-ish 2000s, opening August 2018, I believe, and it's stuck in that sort of time period. So, what do I think of Travelodge versus Premier Inn? This one is always going to be the Travelodge. The Premier Inn wins over the Travelodge. The reason being, the bed was comfortable. Yes, it had its problems, as I just said. The light there didn't work, and it was cold in the room last night. But that's not really a problem because I was nice and warm. I took under those nice, warm, comfortable sheets. This is Hayes Heathrow North, I believe. As I say, it is stuck in a sort of a time warp, so there is that. But in all, over this one and the one in Reading that I went to, both of similar decor, the Premier Inn has to win over the Travelodge. The reason being, well, the bed is more comfortable. There's no dust or anything in the room. There weren't no smells in the Travelodge, so I can't say that. So, so really, it's because this is more better looked after than what the Travelodge was. So, the Travelodge had loads of flaws. I mean, not flaws in levels. I mean, had loads of things wrong with it. One being the room wasn't the best. Is what it could have been. Yes, the staff was very friendly. Now doing renovations on the one that I went to, which is the same time period as this one, stuck in. But I have to say this one has to win because this one's a lot cleaner than what the other one was. So overall the Premier Inn wins over the Travelodge. So I'm going to end this video here. The next video is Premier Inn Hub versus Premier Inn normal. So we have a choice between big one and little one, but that would be a comparison between the two and the two different types. But this one has ended now. This is Walking in the Sun. I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share and subscribe if you like this sort of content.